Look, if you're trying to get noticed online, you can feel it, right? The ground is literally shifting beneath our feet. Today, we're not just going to talk about another algorithm update. No, we are going to break down a completely new blueprint for visibility in 2025 and beyond. Let's dive in.
But first, if you want this kind of strategic clarity to really navigate what's coming, just take a second and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, it's the single best way to stay ahead of this curve. Okay, this right here, this sentence gets to the absolute heart of the problem we're all facing. SEO isn't dead, it's not broken. The key thing you have to get is that search hasn't disappeared, it's multiplied. It's happening everywhere now, which means a strategy that only focuses on one place is a strategy that's pretty much built to fail.
All right, so here's the game plan for today. We'll start by really understanding how search has multiplied. Then we'll uncover the huge blind spots most companies have right now. From there, we'll break down all 4 layers of this new framework, and finally, we'll map out your path to getting seen. All right, let's just dive right into section 1. To really get a handle on this new world, we have to start by accepting that the very idea of search has completely changed.
Now, to be perfectly clear, traditional SEO still matters. A lot. Google alone is processing a mind-blowing 8.5 billion searches every single day. You just can't ignore a number that big. It's still the foundation of visibility for so many of us. But here's the big question, right? The one we all have to ask. In a world with AI giving answers, social media being a search engine, and everyone talking to voice assistants, is just focusing on that one huge number enough to grow? And spoiler alert, the answer is a big, flashing, unequivocal no.
And that big no is the perfect lead-in to our next section. It's time to talk about the 2 massive blind spots that are probably crippling your current strategy without you even realizing it. Think about it. For years, the whole game was about one thing: optimizing for search results, winning the click. Well, the new game, the new battlefield, is all about optimizing for searchless results, where people get what they need and they never even have to click.
And that leads us to the single biggest blind spot I see out there today: answer engine optimization, or AEO. This is all about meticulously setting up your content so it's the perfect little nugget for an instant answer or an AI overview. Get this wrong, and you basically become invisible on the new front page of the internet. You just vanish.
Okay, and the second massive gap? That's GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. See, it's not enough to just write for people anymore. You now have to create citation-ready content that the big AI models can actually trust, reference, and weave right into the summaries they generate. So, okay, how do we actually fix all this? What you're looking at right now, this is the blueprint. This 4-layer framework gives us the structure we need to see the whole picture and finally build a strategy that actually wins today. So let's break it down layer by layer.
Okay, time to get into the nitty-gritty. Section 3. We're going to start building this thing from the ground up with the 2 foundational layers that everything else has to sit on: experience and scale.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts here at layer 1. Search Experience Optimization, or SXO. This is your foundation. And the goal here, it's simple, but it is absolutely non-negotiable. Turn the clicks you get into actual results by giving users an experience that works.
So what does that actually mean? In practice, it means your page has to load in under 2 seconds. Because let's be real, nobody waits anymore. It means your content perfectly matches why the user came there in the first place. And it means you're tracking stuff that actually matters, like how long people stick around, not just some vanity ranking. And hey, speaking of experience, mobile isn't some nice-to-have anymore. It is everything. I mean, look at this. A full 60% of searches are happening on a phone. If your website isn't absolutely flawless on mobile, your whole foundation is cracked before you even get started.
All right, so once that solid foundation is in place, we can move up to layer 2, AI optimization, or AIO. If SXO is the foundation, you should think of AIO as the powerful engine you build on top of it to get some real scale. This is where things get really efficient. We're talking using AI to help draft content, automating the boring stuff like internal linking, and building smart systems to turn one great idea into a dozen different pieces of content. It's all about pumping out more great stuff, way more efficiently without letting the quality drop. All right, now we're getting to the top of the pyramid, the layers that deal directly with this new AI-driven world. In Section 4, we're focusing on 2 things:
building undeniable authority and giving direct answers.
Okay, layer 3 is all about generative engine optimization. This isn't just about SEO, this is the big authority play. The goal isn't just to rank, the goal is to be so rock solid and trustworthy that the AIs actually cite you as a source in their answers.
So, how do you earn that kind of trust from an AI? Well, it's by putting out super factual, data-heavy content, like original research or deep industry studies. You have to remember, these AI models are literally trained to sniff out signals of expertise. When you do this right, you become the go-to source that it trusts and pulls from. And that brings us to the very top, the final critical piece of this whole puzzle. Layer 4 is AEO, Answer Engine Optimization. Plain and simple, this is how you win in the zero-click world.
This layer is super tactical. It's all about the details. It means you use questions for your headers. You start every section with a perfect, bite-sized, one-sentence answer that an AI can just snatch up. You use all the right technical markup. You are literally engineering your content to be the answer.
Okay, so let's tie this all together. If you've been looking at your numbers and feeling like you've hit a wall, I really want you to hear this. The problem probably isn't what you're doing wrong, it's what you're lacking. It's that you haven't built out these top 2 layers for Geo and AEO.
Look, this framework, it's absolutely crucial for every marketing leader, every CEO out there to understand. So if this was valuable for you, please do me a favor and share this with your team or your network. Let's make sure everyone is playing by the new rules of search.